All right, hello and welcome everyone. It is Feng Shui Friday. We're starting here. We don't want to post it, we want it live. Guys, just give me 1 second. You guys know how much fun technology is right now and being on Facebook at the same time. Go live. 3, 2, 1. All right. Woohoo! We are live everywhere. This is Feng Shui Friday. Catherine Wilkins, welcome so much.
Good morning, good morning.
This is going to be a fun call. I believe in fun. Everyone who follows me go, well, she's a little cray-cray, but she laughs a lot and has a ton of information. And I allow people to be themselves. And today is a wonderful day for that because we're going to be talking about the personalities of the 5 elements.
Mm-hmm.
And you will get some big ahas going, that's me, and it's okay to be that way. It's okay if I'm out of balance, I get angry. I'm a wood element. Snap! So I go to the lake. Hey! Woo, welcome, Talasa, Tanya, all of you popping on Facebook. Thank you so much. Do put your comments in. I do relay them to her. I'm going to pop off in a minute, let her shine. And under events on the Momentum View page is a PDF handout you can grab, or don't worry about it. It's also on the Feng Shui Friday website page. It will be available afterwards with all the replays and stuff. So actually, I'm going to zip out of here, let you shine, do your thing. You can introduce yourself. You guys for bios all over the place. If you want to know more, don't worry about it. So here we go. Let's get started.
Hi. I'm Catherine Wilking. How are you today? So glad you could join us. And thank you, Brenny, for inviting me as your guest today on a full moon, which means anything's going to happen.
Who knows what's going to happen, guys?
I don't know. Well, the topic today is the 5 elements, and they've been so freaking amazing in my life, transformational, which help me get along with people, help me sell better, help me with my relationships, and going way, way back, pre-Feng Shui, I want to tell you a little story. When I was 18 and I left high school, I did not want to follow the traditional, guess what, I get to be a nurse, a teacher, or a secretary. Didn't want to do that, so I ran away and joined the circus. Now, it wasn't really the circus. I went and joined a dance studio. I answered an ad that said they're looking for disco dance teachers, woohoo! And that that I needed to enjoy being in a party type atmosphere. And so I thought, yes, that is for me. And in order to be an official disco dance teacher, I had to learn 10 dances, 10 steps and 10 dances, both the men's parts and the ladies' parts within 8 weeks, and they hired me. And off I was for about 5 years, just flipping around, boogieing every single night, flying through the air, and having a grand old time. But one of the problems with a job like that is they expect you to sell. You have to dance for your supper, basically. And so at that point, the personality parts were distinguished into a type A and a type B, the extroverts and the introverts, right? So I was given a script on how to deal with these types of people. And a lot of it didn't make a lot of sense. Is like, what do you mean? Well, this guy has other problems besides the fact that he's an extrovert or an introvert. He's never held hands with a woman before. I mean, and he wants to disco dance. I mean, there's all kinds of psychology that goes with not only customer service, but it goes also with how to sell these programs. So moving a little farther on, talking about personalities, eventually somebody came up with a color system, 4 or 5 different colors, and they could label people. You're a blue, you're a green, you're a yellow, you're an orange, for example. And the idea was that you were still slotted into a label. And so they even went to the fact that they had these seminars. Another company had a seminar that they actually gave you a cube to put on your desk that says, for example, the blue meant I'm sensitive, so don't yell at me, right, at a workplace. And the girl that had the orange one, she could handle extra jobs or extra tasks. So if you saw the orange cube, you could throw extra work on her because she can handle it. So that still didn't make a lot of sense. But as I was gathering this type of information over the years, I found feng shui and the feng shui elements. And the elements are related to the properties of the earth. So some of you listening here already know what they are: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And interesting enough that these properties of the earth have been working together harmoniously for thousands and thousands of years. And so if you assign a personality to these elements, wouldn't it be great if we could all get along? And that was one of the foundations of me to continue my studies in business and with the 5 elements. Now, my specific story didn't quite bounce off that platform. I had a different problem that feng shui looked after. The problem, I got remarried in 1998, and I was trying to put a blended family together. And all those years that I'd spent after disco dancing in the decorating and color therapy type decorating businesses, and all my clients there, I couldn't put this house together. And I called my first feng shui professional to come into my house in 1998 to sort things out. So here's the problem. I had a big house, I had a loving husband, I had a little stepchild, and my son. There was a nice little group of 4, good family. And the former wife of my husband had died early. And she died when the little boy was 6 years old. And so I met them a couple years later. The point was, when we moved into this big house together, a lot of her things came with it as well, too. And it doesn't mean that it's bad, because there's memorabilia, there's good memorabilia for the child and for my husband, but it seemed like there was an extra person in the house, and that's absolutely right. And so here we have a feng shui professional coming in and doing exactly what they're supposed to do. There's the things you can see, and there's the things you can't see, and you have to move it all around. Now, this lady used to be a concert pianist, and so we had her piano, her big piano, in the middle of our living room. And it was awkward because now I'm decorating around this piano. But this lady, the feng shui lady that came to see me, explained how the energy worked and how there's personal rooms, personal space that you decorate and surround yourself with the things that you love personally. And there's common areas. And the common areas are the ones that you need a space and a place for everyone to live in. And that's just so beautiful. So what we're going to do today, a little bit more about the elements.
I want to make a quick comment on that. Is when you said that, you know, I'm really intuitive because of feng shui and all this, that's what we do. Is the second you said that, I saw all the energy and passion people put into music playing, and that was so strong. And then to have that like the focal point of the house, it was like someone was living there. God bumps. Always
the fairies are out. I know, it was, again, there was no anger in that relationship, but a big presence came into, I've got goosebumps now, and the little boy, when his mom died, of course, inherited the piano and began taking piano lessons as well, too. And so we really did have a big shift in this, and feng shui was absolutely essential to pull that together. And that's when I started more books, more things, you know, what's wrong here, and the books were contradictory, right? Because there's different schools of feng shui. And so I studied BTB, which is the one that amalgamates many different ones. If the Compass School isn't going to work for me, I'm going to go with the stretched up Bagua that rotates and layers. Oh, here's the commercial break again. And,
hey guys, I want to make a comment on that because I'm Black Sect, which is also called BTB. It stands for Black Sect Tantric Buddhism. That kind of words didn't really go over so well in America. Our master Grandmaster Lin Yun Rinpoche. He brought feng shui to America. There weren't books on feng shui. This has been passed down verbally. Long story, but in a short nutshell, our school of feng shui, we get paid in red envelopes when we do consultation because it's protection. Red is protection. You're setting your intention in them more. It's activation. It's your lifeblood. I've studied all the schools of feng shui, and Black Sect resonated with me. It made sense. Oh, where the front door is, that's where your energy enters. Totally.
Hello.
I interview every school of feng shui. I had no idea what school Catherine was when I asked her. I just liked her personality. She jumped on one of my calls, and I'm like, "Oh, do you do feng shui? You want to do an interview?" Because we are 99% alike. It's really the Bagua and how they move it. And to me, I was confused by the moving Bagua. It's like, wait, now I got to go get that metal thing and move it over here. So it's what resonates with you, but I guarantee you the 5 elements is the same in all schools of feng shui. Exterior impacts, interior impacts, they are the same. When you have a wood element or a fire personality, it doesn't matter what school of feng shui you're in, it's the same. So I pop in and out like this because I get downloads. It's like, wait, somebody needed to hear about the piano because they're going through something similar in their life. And the other thing I heard loud and clear was about when people bring things home and then the energy shifts because they haven't cleared it out. Okay.
Yes, yes. That predecessor chi runs very, very strong. If you're ever bringing anything home from the Goodwill, wash it. Furniture is harder to get out when there's a saying that if walls could talk, it's all in there as well too. Most people, when they move, they start to put their mark on it right away. They repaint, new carpets, you get the drift. And so you do have to be careful with predecessor chi, good or bad. And particularly if you're choosing like office furniture, things that are going to affect your finances and your livelihood, you've got to be very, very careful that the chi energy is really, really good on these things. So let's go back to the 5 elements again, a brief description of how they work. And I'm a wood person. I know Brandy's a wood person as well too. But the interesting thing is, try not to label people, because the 5 elements do allow you to grow and change and gather new skills and recognize those as well. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about this in just a second. I'll give you an overview. So wood people are extroverts. They're gregarious. Think of a tree, okay? Tall, reaching, strong, very flexible in the wind. And trees attract people. Attract birds, attract squirrels. People like to picnic under the tree. Trees are really, really important in society because people need the trees and the life source, right? The next one is fire. And fire is a more dramatic type of personality. They're the type of people that like to show off their rings or their socks or their ankle bracelets or whatever. They've always got something new to show you because they like shopping and they like to talk about themselves. And they're the ones that usually come into the meetings a little breathless. Oh, you'll never guess what happened in the parking lot this morning. Right? Or you never see this guy on the bus anymore. Really, really fun. The show-offs, yes, the drama queens. Be careful of those, because if you tell them to shut up, they're going to get mad. That passion and zest for life, those flames can go up very, very quickly. Those are the fire people in our lives. The next one is the earth people. And earth, just like a earth mama, kind and nurturing. They like to bake. If you come to their house, they've got to make sure that they put a plate in front of you for whatever, a cake or a meal or something. They make great school teachers. They love children. And you know what? They just have a love and compassion for everyone on the planet. They don't really take sides. They're so nice that they don't take sides. If there's they're great arbitrators. They'll sort it all out.
Hi, Jen. Well, in my chart, my 4 pillars of destiny chart, I'm 3/4 earth with 0 fire. And I'm telling you, it is me, because when you talk about a tree, I had a tree house. I still have a tree house. I'm 56. I don't care. I'm going to climb a tree. When my family couldn't find me, they're like, she's sitting in a tree somewhere looking at the stars.
I used to climb trees.
And I have always been the one, when I worked in an office environment, if someone was sick, I'd go get them something, bring them soup and make cookies and nurture people.
You're amazing.
And I take care of my, take care of my parents, 88 and 90. That
Yes.
is the first side. I want
Yes.
you guys to understand your personalities, in that you are who you're supposed to be. And when I did Mingwa, which isn't the deep in-depth, but knowing I was a wood element in a thunder trigram, it helped me with everything. And understanding why those sparkly people walking in wanting to be the show, I was like, they were burning up my wood. Now throw in four ox and 2 dragons in my chart.
2 dragons. Oh my gosh. Well, we're not going to talk about dragons today, but maybe next time I'll come back. We'll talk about dragons. Okay.
Everyone has a dragon, and you need to know yours. Okay.
Oh, good.
Back
Okay.
out.
So, two more, and then we're going to play a game. So don't go too far. Okay. Then the next element is metal, and the metal people are the backbone of society. They take care of all our rules and structure, policy, procedures. They do IT work. They police things. There isn't a black and white with them. And they can be seen as a little stuffy and a little bit, maybe not have the best sense of humor, but we do need them. And by all means, respect the people, the metal people in your house and in your life, because we've got another story about metal people in just a minute. And the last one is water. And deep water, it gives you that feeling of calm and restfulness. So deep water is often related to senior citizens. Some people that have lived their entire life and they're slowing down a little bit. They're calm. They are more pontific. They can sit in their armchair and they can view the world. They can actually run a business from their armchair. And they're brilliant. Lots of respect to the seniors and the people in charge that can do that. Now, Brenny mentioned earlier being a tree, and one of the interesting things, wood, if it moves and rotates around the elements, the next one progressive with the wood is the fire. And guess what? Wood people can get burned by the fire, right? Think of it. Wood feeds the fire. And so you can't go your whole life without standing up for yourself, having an opinion, and being in charge. And that's fire qualities that we all need to bring into our lives. But a lot of wood people can't stay there very long. It's exhausting. It is totally exhausting. So the wood people have to go back into the cycle, into the water. Think of it. Water is nourishing to wood. Right? We need water. We need to drink the water. We need a good rain every once in a while. And the water is calming. So sometimes wood people, such as myself, if I want to be in charge, I'm having a fire moment today because I've got your attention, right? If I wear red, that makes the fire even hotter. And sometimes it's uncomfortable. So water people often rest and recover by wearing blue or green, like water colors, regressing just that little bit to rest and relax. So that's another reason why it's important to know your colors and know where you're at. And
I gotta tell you, so funny fire element story is when I went to China with James and Helen J in 2002, for some reason my mother sent me with a red jacket.
Of course, it's very Chinese, right?
And that's what she was thinking. I don't know, because I've never worn red. I've gotten to small splashes of it. But like with all these, I'm an ox in the Eastern. I'm a Taurus in the Western.
I'm a Taurus too.
And I have 2 ox in my chart and 2 dragons. So too much fire really fires me up. And that's not healthy inside. But we know we need a balance of the 5 elements. Well, this is why I love these kind of calls, because it's so important to understand who you are. Because first, those German Catholics were always on my butt saying you need to be like your sister. No, that's boring. Little metal girl can go sit and read a book and write stuff down, and I'm like out in nature. So it validated to me, especially when I got my in-depth chart done and understood Mingua and all that better, it validated I am who I'm supposed to be. And it also made sense to me because in my chart, like I said, I have 0 fire. So I could either do healthy fire things like exercise and be outdoor activity,
yes,
or the unhealthy ones of sugar, caffeine, drugs. Sugar, one of my favorite things.
It's a happy balance.
One of my favorite things. And I was a homeless drug addict, so I took that one a little too far. But guys, you are who you are. Never. That's why we do this. You appreciate who you are and can live in your body, because our parents did the best they could, but they certainly could not change this into a water or metal element. I'm like,
well, for sure. But I'll tell you, the other interesting thing you can do with this knowledge, and it's also in my book. I've spent about 3 chapters in my book, Practical Feng Shui for the Office, just how the case studies and how to apply these into your life. And one of the things that I did when I found out all this information, I went and replayed every single job I had, every single bad relationship, everything, what went wrong there. I can't figure it out. And I found out that I had a real trouble with metal people. And,
you think you're going to cut me down?
Smokers! Why didn't I learn this like 100 years ago? This is crazy. Because the wood people are out here just hanging out in the trees and we're cool. And the metal people are on the opposite side here. And the opposite, I think of metal. Metal can be very, very striking to a branch of the wood. The wood can be cutting. They don't really mean it, but their nasty words can get to us. No problem. But you know what I realize? When I'm out here trying to sell dance lessons and boogieing along and somebody wants a receipt,
Yeah, really?
Come on. I'm having some fun here. And it's really, really hard to please these metal people, but they show up in your life all the time. And what I realized, even with a bus schedule, for crying out loud, they want to know what time, is they need to know this stuff in order for them to function properly. And so rather than me forcing myself on somebody else, don't be so silly, the bus will get there when it gets there, right? There's some anxiety. They need to have those answers or they don't function very well. And let me tell you, I did this whole analysis on my family. And that was the biggest aha moment that I had. I flew to Calgary for this special seminar, 3 days on these elements, did an intense study on the personalities, and guess what? My mom was a metal person.
My sister is metal and she's coming.
My older brother is a metal person, and my sister is a metal person. And guess who got picked on religiously all the time?
Both of us. Wood elements, and everybody's metal around us. And then they're like micromanaging me. I'm like,
I was told I was stupid for most of my entire life because I wasn't a bookworm, right? I liked books, but I wasn't going to spend a beautiful Sunday afternoon sitting in my bed reading a book. I was going to be out there and enjoy life a little bit better. So not only do these elements have a core spot in our life, they're all assigned a color, a shape. They've got personalities to them. They're connected to different body parts, and they're just so freaking amazing. I could talk here for 2 weeks about these elements. But what we're going to do, Brenny, we're going to have a game. Guess the elements.
Who likes games?
You know the elements anyways. So
Who likes games? What's the element?
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start a business. We're going to start a real sexy, cool business. Something like shampoo. I'm going to need you back here soon, Brenny.
Oh, okay.
And a sexy shampoo. You know those ones that you can use on the airplanes? And when you come out, you just...
I'm drinking out of mason jars. I'm so high class.
That's the kind of shampoo that we're going to make today. So Brenny, we got to hire some people to sell this shampoo. So what type of person would you think we should hire?
Maybe a fire element who wants to get out there and get going and make some money and shine.
Shine. Do you think that person would like to be photographed, or some type of image strategist of some sort would come out and do that for us?
They're like someone who just pushed somebody aside and wants to get in the front.
Look at me. Look at me. I look hot. Yeah. Okay. So what about hiring? Who's going to hire this person?
Well, probably the detail-oriented, here's the rule person, the metal person is probably going to go through their checklist and see if they fit in the category.
Yes. And the interviewer might be someone from HR.
Water. I need to communicate with you properly.
And the HR people I see them as earth people. They're a little more on the nurturing side. They're worried about the training.
I don't know what HR, but Minnesota,
they don't do that.
You're like, yeah, they said you did this. Okay, next.
Depends on your facilitation, right? But the thing is, and you also need those wood people, because you need them front line as well. Yeah. But one of the interesting things is you need all these elements in order to function as an entrepreneur, right? You need that gregarious personality to bring people in. You need that fire quality to stand up for yourself and explain things and get your face out there. And you need the nurturing qualities because you need that compassion to listen to your clients. And sadly, we all need those mental skills.
I'm 50-50. I'm unique and interesting, as we did say, but I'm real geek. I studied in college business administration with a concentration in computer information systems and management with a minor in statistics and economics.
That doesn't sound like you.
It's me exactly. I build funnels. I build bots. I like geeky stuff is like I get jazzed about it.
Yes.
So
yes.
I have a lot of everybody. You have all of the 5 elements in you.
Yes.
It's what is your main one, and how can we complement it? How do we understand? That's what it's really about.
Exactly. And seriously, going back to the dance business that I was in for these years, that took metal to get down 200 steps, like pattern steps, in 8 weeks. It took a lot of intenseness to do that. Writing a book, learning this technology that you're doing. You see, the metal, this is one of the things that's really changing in our society today, is more and more people, the next generation is all coming up very, very metal.
Right.
They don't know how to function climbing trees and hiking through the swamps and stuff that we did as a kid. And the society is changing very, very much. And so I just wonder if you have any comments on that.
Well, when the kids come up to the cabin where I live, it's like no internet, no iPhones. We're out to, and it's like, at first they're like, yeah, we're going out in the woods. And it's like, no, we have flush toilets and running water and everything. It's just when you're here, I want you to be in the now. And they just, when I was in Texas, 3 people walked off a cliff, different places, because they were busy texting. And I'm like, I'm in the now. That's one of the things I try to help people understand and be, is who you are, and love yourself for who you are, not what other people think you should be. And to be in the now. I used to love to take pictures. Quick, take a picture. And then I would miss being in the now. like the hummingbird flew away and I hadn't locked that energy in my grid.
Yes.
So being in the now is super important, but understanding who you are, because I believe this call was meant for me, because my sister's coming up tomorrow.
And
controlling, bossy, checklist person, but she's metal. So now I understand. And it was like, okay, I already know what I'm going into tomorrow. She's not trying to be controlling. That's how she is in here. And if she doesn't, she gets anxiety. She's a person who really And me, I just let it go. I speak my mind. I'm big and bold, and then I'm done with it. I don't hold
Yes.
grudges. I don't have
Yeah.
any of that.
Exactly. It's really helped me understand that these metal people, they can't help it. They need that information or to function. But looking around the other side of the cycle, we wood people can appear to be a bully to the earth people, right? Because that's how the pattern is, the destructive pattern. And how could little old me and little old you be bullies to these earth people, these nice little earth people that are trying to feed us cake and have us for dinner and all the rest of the stuff here? But you know what it is? It's the things like, I'm taller, I'm stronger, I'll get it for you. Let me drive. I know where it is, I'll go get it. And because wood people are busy and our plates are full most of the time, you give the jobs and the chores to the wood people. So the wood people go, oh, I'll pick that up when I'm at the store. I'll get you one. We're being
6 hours.
And decent people, and darn it all, we get punished for being bullies.
And I've been told I'm a bully. My sister just said it. You're such a bully. Let me explain to you so don't do that again. I'm like, whatever. Go make a checklist and micromanage somebody.
Yeah,
But
you can't help it.
my joy, and people find this crazy, is it's like I feel like I want to go get a job just so I can work outside. And they're like, what? Yesterday, my joy, I got to mow the lawn and rake and haul leaves for 6.5 hours on my property because I've been taking care of my parents. I've been taking care of the cabin.
Yes.
I've been taking care of everybody else. And I said, it doesn't matter when I work, if you call it that, as an entrepreneur, I can do it at night. I sent you that. I don't know what time I sent you that. 10 o'clock or something.
Yes, I did catch that.
1 o'clock in the morning.
I just had the greatest day ever. That's the message I got, and that was pretty cool.
I was so happy. Now somebody else would be going,
oh, pay somebody to do that.
why would you want to do that? And I'm like, woo, my mom comes over and I'm dripping with sweat and I'm all muddy. I'm like, she goes, oh, honey. And I'm like, I know, yay. You want to go to the back and see the choke cherries?
We've got laundry, it's okay.
So appreciate who you are.
Yes. So while we're talking about families, let's have another scenario here. We're going to plan a family picnic. Who gets to do all this stuff? Who has the idea, first of all? The wood person. Okay. Who knows everybody's phone number and email and such, and they need to invite people?
Don't make me be the quizzer here because I've done this 25 years.
I know,
You're the teacher. I'll tell you, but
everybody know? Who has all the information from
I know.
addresses and writes all the thank you notes and all that stuff? Who takes care of all that in a family?
The earth person does because they want to make sure your feelings aren't hurt.
There you go. They're the pleasers. They're the arbitrators between the introverts and the extroverts. So they have all those details, and they'll make sure everybody's checked off the list. Okay, so who's going to worry about how much money this is going to cost us?
Oh, the metal person. Keep it in the balance. Got to be balanced.
With the dry sense of humor, absolutely.
Hey, is your wine glass exactly the same as mine? You got this much more. Let's balance it out. No, here, I'll balance it. There you go. I have less than you. Give me some of yours.
For sure. And who's going to bring the entertainment to the party?
The fire.
You think? You don't think he or she's going to come with a boombox?
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
I have parties at my house all the time and drink homemade wine.
You know, I had a big party when we moved in, just a welcome home party kind of thing, and we had renovations. So it was kind of a stop the madness here, just come and we're going to play. And of course, I've got the buffet out with all healthy food and you know, little things like this. Well, guess who shows up with a giant chocolate cake? You know,
that's when we love you, fire elements. Otherwise,
plugs it right in the middle of the buffet, and everybody goes, "Ooh, I gotta have a piece of that."
Chocolate.
They show up in the weirdest spaces, don't they? They're so funny. But anyway, you know what? So we've covered, the wood people are going to get the idea, and the earth person is going to invite everybody. The metal people is going to worry about cost, and the fire people is going to bring the entertainment. So what is the water person going to do?
Well, I happen to have someone who is a student of mine on here. It says, I got in late and I can't wait to listen to the recording and figure out who I am. And this is just a divine time. Margot, I'm going to make it so you can pop in here and we'll see if Catherine can figure out your personality. Are you ready to come on, girlfriend? I'm doing the power of start.
Okay.
Okay, I hear you. There you go.
There
Hello,
it
get
is.
your hair, girlfriend. Now, we love her.
Hi.
She has an ice cream parlor.
Oh, how cool is that?
In the mail. She does. I had apricots with chocolate on them one day.
Really?
Okay,
Yes.
so this is perfect. Why don't you
This
talk?
is perfect.
Yeah.
So I have blogs. I teach people how to do this, how to sum someone up in 3 minutes or less. And so we can do this. We can play this game, Margot. So the
Okay.
first question, besides your name, and thank you for joining us today to play our game. First question is always, if you're working, where do you work?
Well, I do many things. I have an ice cream parlor.
Yes.
I've had for almost 21 years now. And I also am an esthetician. I do skincare. I sell a skincare product line. And I also like holistic things. So I also sell essential oils and
The new clean fiber mat things. The
cleaning, the
Cleaning cloth.
environmentally friendly.
yes,
I
she's
love
very
that.
holistic.
Oh,
and
I love that
spiritual.
stuff. So you're the CEO. So the first question is, where do they work? That's quite a mouthful. That tells me a lot about you right off the bat. Second question is, what do you do at that place of business?
She owns it.
Sounds like your CEO material. And the
Yeah.
third question is, what do you do in your free time?
What's that? She cleans clutter. She's in my clutter classes for years and years. We're organization it.
I'm just telling you my strategy here.
Yeah, the little free time I do have, I like going to the beach.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
We're close to 45 minutes from the beach. I'm in California. I'm smack in the middle between Monterey and Santa Cruz. And so,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So here's
I like going there.
got you pegged as a
Amusement
wood.
parks.
Okay, I got you pegged as a wood person, and I'll tell you why. Even my dog thinks so. Multitasking is the wood people. They got lots of branches, lots of stuff going on about it. I like that you're CEO, so that means you take a step into the water. You also like the water. That's probably very restful for you to have that break, and that's very classic of a hardcore wood person, an entrepreneur. And one of the things, again, that we're talking about today is, if you've been on the call, all the areas that entrepreneurs have to excel in order to be a good business person. And some of the areas that you're maybe not so skilled in, you can farm out, or you can learn about them, but at least you can recognize that, I don't really care to do this job. I want someone else to do that. And
yes. Let me need to know. Just because you're good at a job, if you don't love it, then you don't need to do it. I don't like newsletters. So someday I'm not doing newsletters ever again.
I do them once a month, and I put a lot of effort into the one a month, and that's what I enjoy doing.
What color she's wearing? Blue and blue.
I've been trying to wear more blue. No, you know me, I'm more of a pink person.
Yeah, but the blue is more calming for you, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't she look
Like a warm
beautiful in
tone.
blue?
If it's hot out, you don't want to wear hot type colors. You want to wear cool colors. And even when I'm talking, I often wear blue or green just because I don't need to get any more hype up with turning up the flame. So that's just me. So that's very interesting. Now, the other thing that we talked to, going back to the picnic, if you give somebody the wrong job, then it won't get done, right? Somebody phoned me years and years ago, hey, my son's getting christened and I need you to bring a cheese plate, okay? And I thought, you know what? I'm working around the clock. I got a kid that needs to get up at 5:30.
A bag of crackers and a chunk
Whatever.
of cheese.
You know, you're asking the wrong person here to bring a cheese plate. I'll bring chips or something like that. But,
Yes.
but this is, again, going through the series
Catherine,
of going through this. I can't get to the chat group. You'll have to have a look at what's coming up on the chats here. This has just changed my life. I can't tell you how this has changed my life of just going, oh, okay, that's why that's bugging me. I can either deal with it or not, or I can say, okay, you know what? I'm going to counter this. I either say, oh, okay, I'll bring the cheese plate, and then agonize over it because I can't do it.
no, Catherine, you bring them a plastic plate or a paper plate with a chunk of cheese and a thing of crackers. So there you
Anyway,
go.
it would have been nice to have the question of, is there something that you could bring to, you know,
Yes.
whatever. I think the
Yeah.
question would have been better than just,
What if you
you're on the list for a cheese plate.
What if you sprung that on a metal person? How would they react if you didn't give them time, like they're walking out the door and it's like, yeah, bring a cheese plate. They're gonna
Yeah.
go like,
I think
let's
my
just walk
husband
the
is
list.
metal.
There's too many choices for a metal person,
Yeah.
okay?
Bring a cheese.
What people can usually pull something out of a hat, let's face it, right? Right? Am I right?
A wood
Come on.
person.
A wood
Me?
person could
Yeah,
probably
there you go.
pull it out of a hat. But there's other people that don't have that creative quality. Now, talking about this, here I am with metal issues, and my husband is half metal. Okay, so he's an engineer. He's a dam engineer, and me and my dam guy have a lot of fun together. But there's some things that we don't do together, and one of them is grocery shopping.
No. Oh.
You're
No.
going grocery shopping.
Really?
They look at the cost per ounce on everything. Mustard.
Oh,
2
I do
hours it took me to shop with my sister at Walmart one time. That was and don't you want to go shopping? Never with you. I'm like, yep, I got it. I know it. There it is. Woo! Let's go to the lake.
But the crazy part is, if I send him to the door to get a couple steaks for the barbecue, honey, he'll come back with pork chops. You know why? Because they're cheaper than steak, right? I like pork chops. And the idea with this we could talk about relationships if I come on next time. I got a couple doozies. But, you know, if you ask somebody to do something for you, you can't criticize them.
Exactly. Well, you can, but you shouldn't. Shame on you.
That's right. As part of that,
Okay.
we're in this together, and I could have gone to the store myself if I really, really wanted, you know, a steak. But we come home with pork chops, and that's fine. We have it with some peach chutney or something else.
But it did kind of irritate you a bit. You might have snapped inside a little bit, like, really?
Well, do you know what's funny? The other half of his personality is very earth. He worked his way through university by being a baker. He made pies and cookies and stuff in bulk. And he cooks now to relax himself.
Oh, that's great. Me too.
I don't go have the kitchen. I'm going out. But sometimes I come back and there's 5 peach pies, all different recipes for me to taste.
My favorite pie is
And it's like, okay, I got to call over the neighbors. We're going to have a taste talk because I don't want to eat 5 pies. But he's very creative. But interesting, remember we talked about that dynamic mix? He can really cut me with some sharp words if I'm being impatient with him. And I have to give him a drink or wait till he's feeling better, and then we can start on the conversation. But on the other hand, I can also bully him being my wood that we talked about, right? So works both. Okay, I'll drive, honey. I know where it is. You know,
We just
take
want to
that-
get it done. Step aside.
Yeah,
I know
let
what
me
I'm
do it.
doing.
And you know, sometimes too, he thinks too much before he gets on the phone what he's going to say. And you know what? That's a metal person too, because he wants to get it right. There's that black and white and the clarity. Now, wood people, we just chat around, and it was like, oh no, let me clarify that, and then we start again. And so this works really, really super. I don't know what our time frame is. Brenny, are we still?
We got about 15 minutes to be started.
I wanted to give all the listeners today a free gift, personal gift from me, and I'm going to spin around here to my bookcase.
And don't worry, people, this will go out. If you are registered for Feng Shui Friday newsletter, you'll get a link to it. Otherwise, you can go to the Feng Shui Friday page.
Yes.
For those of you on Facebook, this will show up correctly, I believe.
Yes.
Momentum Utah
Yes.
Online /FSS. FSF. That stands for Feng Shui
Friday. Yes. So
I've
there's
got a guide.
there.
Catherine, I created a PDF. I just get to upload it right before our call. I'm like, yeah, I like giving guides out. And it has all your links to everything.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
I'm
Okay.
going to put that on the Momentum U Facebook page so you can find it there, and it'll be on the Feng Shui Friday page. So don't
Okay,
worry.
perfect.
And we're approachable. Just message us.
Yeah, that page doesn't take a 0 very well, so I did change it to go in there. You can get the free book. They're still going to ask you your credit card, just so you know. It's just the way the page is set up.
I set it up with a coupon code.
Did you? Okay.
Told
All
me,
right.
so that's what I
If you need to fill in all those blanks, that you won't be charged, but it's the way the checkout page wants to run. So that's the way that it works. And also, I have my online course on there too. If I can tell you a little bit about
Go
that.
for it. It's all over the place. Yep.
Perfect. Because what you need in Feng Shui, if the busy entrepreneurs, you don't have the time to do a whole house. So I've developed a one-room rescue, and that is so cool. You can get it out of, if you want a VIP session with me, we can do this right over Zoom, just like this. Or if you'd like to take an online course and keep all those resources with you. Talks about keeping you in command of your day, whether you're working in the coffee shop or you're in a meeting or you have a desk, and helps you with surround yourself with the colors and the things that you need to support yourself. Different cures for different areas, and of course, there's a personality quiz in there as well too. Lots of cures, lots and lots of information. So there's 4 modules, 9 downloads, and multiple bonuses that continue. So you can have the best of both worlds. You can have all the 5 elements and all the knowledge of Feng Shui, the things you can see and the things you can't see. And you can become a much better, more well-rounded person by enveloping Feng Shui right into your life. So that course, One Room Rescue, is regularly $4.99, and I've got a $200 off coupon for you. How cool is that?
Fabulous.
This course has just been out since February, so I've spent this is the last month that I'm going to offer a $200 coupon off that. Type in Rescue Me.
Rescue me.
Gotta have that too, and we should have used that for this morning. Rescue Me, capital letters, rescue, 1 space, me, and you'll get the $200 off that, and I will be with you every step of the way in that course, and I will help you right through it. I'm a phone call away. We're going to have some calls. Wednesday nights we'll have calls if you'd like to join us. And then the people that want a VIP, come on, call me. We'll set up a Zoom call. We'll get your office done speedy quick.
Okay, so I'm going to do a screen share and take everyone to the Feng Shui Friday page. They're already seeing it on Facebook, but I'm going to whip you guys around here because I believe in showing people, because then I don't get irritated when it's like, how can they not know to click that big button flashing that says click here? Okay, they're a different personality. So, guys, this is the Feng Shui Friday page. That's where I grew up. That's what it looks like on the lakes here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful. My students, Margot's followed me for a long time. She's seen many pictures of the lakes and the loons. And that's where I do class. Sometimes, you know, I sold a house when I was in real estate out in the boat. You don't have to be home.
There you go.
So here is the personality of the 5 elements. You can find a little bit more on this website about Catherine. And then down here, all you have to do is click on these buttons. It tells you this is her free ebook, and the code is Catherine. Or if you're interested, you can check out about the Prosper with Feng Shui, the one-room rescue. This is how you put the rescue me. Boy, everyone is like, somebody's trying to call me on chat. Anyway, so this, and you can click on this, and it, oh, she's calling me from Messenger. Anna Lewick, that's on Facebook. I will call you back right after the call. Otherwise, you can jump on Zoom. They're calling me from Facebook while we're doing this. So I'm going to call her back in a minute.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
So, guys, I think she probably has a question about this because she's watching the live stream.
Yes, yes.
All my phones are ringing and Facebook is ringing. She's very wanting to talk to us, but okay, anyway. So this is how you are going to get to this page, and I just created an ebook also, a guidebook. My students know Brenny's a guidebook. So this is what you guys are going to get. I'll go upload it with the page. It tells you about the call to rewatch it, tells you about the 5 elements, and then it has here the easy links to get everything right on her.
Thank you. Awesome. You've done a, wow, this is amazing. Thank you.
That's how I roll, baby. So this is a PDF, and I'll send that out so you have all the links. We make it super simple. Now, this is how the recordings go. Is this recording I have on Facebook is kind of what I would call the country style. It's just real casual and not super neat and clean. The one that is from Zoom, which will also go out to, I'm trying to get back here. Okay, stop share. Will go up on YouTube, so you can always watch it on YouTube. It goes out to Google+, it goes out to Twitter, and then I upload the clean version also on the Momentum U page, which I'm going to just show you that page really quick so you know what it looks like. Yep, I did miss several calls from her. So the Momentum U page, I want to go and show you what it looks like. It's easier for me to type it in. So it's facebook.com/MomentumU. It's like Momentum U and Momentum University. So you come to this page and you see this beautiful crow. These are the students, and this is the mentors that hold the key. And that's why we do these calls. She's a mentor, and she's holding the key to your information.
Brenny, we're not seeing the screen share.
Oh, really? I stopped the power of, the control. Well, thank you for saying that. Okay, guys, so it's facebook.com/MomentumU. It's going to take you to this page. I go under events, and you're going to see the personality of the 5 elements.
Yes.
Right here is where I'm going to upload the clean, clear video, even though you'll find it all over Facebook. It's in about 12 groups and pages, and I'll put the PDF here. So you have several places. You have the Feng Shui Friday page, and you have the Momentum U page, and then it will also be, if you follow me on YouTube, we have all that fun stuff there too. So, anything else you would like to say to our students that show up? And Anna, we will be calling you as soon as we stop the recording, so that if you want to jump on Zoom or just jump on with us and ask some questions, that's what it's all about. And so let me get a little clarity there. Let me go back to the screen share so that, you know, you'll be on again, because us Wood Element people, we have a lot of fun and work well together. We're all crazy, unique, and interesting.
Well, you know what? It's just such a delight to talk to like-minded people.
Yes, we get so passionate about it.
Yes. Yes.
Not the 5 elements is one of my favorite things. They call me Dr. 5E because I take it and I apply it to everything and look at everything and how it works. And it's your when you understand the seasons, one of the things I teach is how to flow with the seasons and the 5 elements, no matter what your element is, to understand what foods you eat, food energetics, activities, all that stuff. So once you guys get bit by the 5 element bug, you are bit for sure.
I have one more story. If you've got time for one more story.
I just want to show people really quick. So guys, whenever I do an event, when you come, this is where the Zoom link, you can be live and talk to us. Like after the call is when we have the most fun, to be honest, because we're not recording and people can really listen and ask questions. Let me tell you some stories there. So this is always where you can find it. And then, like I said, you go under events, under the Momentum U page, and that's where you're going to get the replays. So that's all I wanted to say. I just like to make sure people can find things. I found out that just because I get it, the other elements don't. Like a metal person, you're going to get them really upset if you didn't give them the step-by-step walkthrough. They're like, what do you mean? Where is that? What is she talking about? So we just like to flow like the water people. And, you know, I just think of a water person sitting on an inner tube floating down a river. Yeah. Which is where I'll be tomorrow.
We're just reaping in the rewards.
My 4-year-old great nephew is coming. He's my best friend, and he got a 6-foot, it looks like a piece of pizza, air mattress.
Oh.
So he can jump off the dock over and over and burn
Oh, and that.
Yeah, all kinds of, that was, my sister got it for free from that Ibotta. They give you all kinds of extra money when you just buy your normal stuff. Luckily, we drink a lot of wine in our family, and that's one of the Ibotta things. So it's like, woohoo! Let's get a piece of pizza!
I've got one more story I want to share with you, Brittany.
Okay.
And if that's okay, it's a success story. I think this is important to put it on this call. We're talking about businesses and we're talking about entrepreneurship and we're talking about different things. I meet a lot of people in my life, and this fellow approached me to set up a booth of his new spring line of shoes, Seibel shoes. And I thought, I've never sold shoes before. I mean, but you know, what's in it for me kind of thing. And so he's got these shoes. He wants to put them in a new venue, a big venue, a Costco venue. He wants to see if he can sell his shoes in the Costco venue.
Yeah.
And with Costco, and he picked me. I've known him a few years now. We've raced sailboats together, and I thought, well, you know, okay, I've done booths, I've done management, I've done people, I've done, you know, whatever. I can do this. So I was going to feng shui the booth. Well, Costco doesn't let you feng shui a booth. They have restrictions on height and size and color and but they're successful. And so the best thing I could do is I had the chairs out front, a big welcome mat, and the booth was neat. And I hired, this is the part of the story, I hired a wood person, a fire person, and an earth person. Now, so when it's a little contradictory when you're going with sales, you think it's all salespeople. They all have to be cookie cutter type, but it's not true. If you hire different people for that job, they connect with different people.
Yeah.
Okay, very, very important. And so this is a really good success story. So our very first booth, and I asked him what kind of goals that he was looking at. He said, if you can sell 400 pairs of shoes in 2 weeks on the show, that would be great.
Oh, girl, please.
We sold over 800 pairs of shoes in 2 weeks at that first show, and they were freaking blown away. What did you do, Kath? Oh, you know.
We just call it common sense. That's what we call it.
That's what it is. So they put us in they had 3 test sites. The third one, we sold more than 800 pairs of shoes at that one, increased that amount. And then the third show, I'm on the phone saying, what happened to the people? And you put me in a B grade show, which makes me irritated. There's different levels of anywhere, whether it be Home Depot or whatever. They have different sizes of inventory and traffic that they ship different stuff to. You put me in a B grade show, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
you know, still we did very, very well. We did clear that 400 mark, but it was certainly the momentum had dropped by the time we did that third show. But anyways, all success. I got bonuses. The girls all got bonuses. And this show went on, and that template that I put together went on to serve spring, fall. So 5 seasons that I worked that shoe booth, setting the people up for success with his company. And I have a letter, typed letter, sent to my house with a nice check and a thank you for my services.
So, 2 things.
Feng Shui works in so many different ways.
That's what I want to make a point.
Hiring, training, don't get ruffled with certain
Family.
people, you know, and they're great shoes too. But it's unprecedented that we were allowed to do that, and we just took it and ran with it. So I want
a couple things. One is Costco is a very earth element company. They have metal strategies, but they're one of the top rated companies in the United States. They started in a garage, and they put their people first. I mean, in my town here, this is a lakes town. At Saturdays and Sundays, I think it is, they're closed at 6 o'clock. They don't start 9:30 on a Saturday, but otherwise 10 in the morning. They believe in family. They believe in treating people right. They have one of the best reputations because how they care and nurture their people. The other thing is everyone should study Feng Shui. It should be in the school systems, and I'll tell you why. Because it's common sense, and it's how we live. It's who we are. It's what we're comprised of. And when you understand the 5 elements, like I went to certification for Feng Shui, and I really did want to do consultations. I didn't enjoy it at all. It's a lot of work, and you got to travel to people's houses, and it's like, okay, well, your husband won't let you take all the dead animal heads off the wall. I can't help you. That's like,
I can't do that.
You know, let him have it in one room, but the whole house, and you got to bend around horns walking down the hallway. That wasn't my shine where I got excitement. So what I want to say is when you study Feng Shui at all, everything is energy. So if everything is energy, everybody should understand Feng Shui. Your space reflects your life. So do you want to keep living in the energy you're living in? Or are you ready for a shift? That's what Feng Shui does. And we don't care if you believe in it or not. It's not one of those things because of energy is frequency and vibration. So when you change the frequency and vibration, you change you. When you change this, how many of you have gone to like an event and you're all excited and happy and you come home and then you go, because you went right back into the same energy. Do you want to understand your family better or hire the right people like she's talking about? And guess what, guys? You don't have to have the big, you know, fish and red. You don't even have to know that it is Feng Shui, but let me tell you, people feel it. Like, I don't like people to come to my house because they'll never leave. It's like, oh my God, can you leave? Oh, this is so comfortable. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, bye. So that's why I love Feng Shui is you understand yourself and others better. And otherwise, I would still probably be irritated with my metal sister.
Famous last words.
Yeah. So
awesome.
Thank you, everybody. Follow us on Facebook. I do Feng Shui Friday, every Friday at 10 o'clock, unless something comes up. Then guess what? Sorry, you know, I got parents that are 88 and 90. You never know what's happening. But I always follow up with you. I'll do a recording and make sure it goes up on that page. Take advantage of our free ebook if you got questions. Message us. Go to the Momentum U page and start commenting underneath the event, and we will go out there and answer it. And for those of you that want to stay on after the call, I'm going to stop the recording. So I'm going to thank everybody on Facebook, and Anna will be calling you as soon as we stop the recording. And everybody stay on Zoom that wants to chat afterwards if you have any questions. So thank you. Have a blessed day. And remember, honor yourself and get out in nature.
Nature. I like that. Thanks so much, Brandy. I enjoyed myself immensely.
Awesome.
Great.
Alrighty, and I'm stopping the recording now here.